Hi everybody, my name is Hannah Strange and today I'm going to chat to you about the best place for you to invest. Now it might sound a little bit boring, but I would probably suggest that the best place for you to invest is somewhere that is close to home. There are lots of practical reasons for that. First of all, being you don't want to be travelling far and wide if you are looking after a property or you're doing a renovation or looking after your tenants. You want to be reasonably close to home, so you don't want to be travelling hours and hours if you need to go and see your tenants. So I would always advise try to keep it local if you can, and more importantly you're going to be a lot more familiar with a property market in which you live and you work and you know the area really well. So ideally, if you can invest close to home, that is a fantastic way to start. Of course, if you are perhaps somebody living in London, not being able to afford deposits at kind of the sort of London prices, what we are seeing a lot of investors do is to start investing in the north. Now, this is a trend that's quite popular at the moment, where London investors go in and buy property in the north. It's really an attractive thing for them to do because the rental yields generally in the north stay really quite high, but the actual purchase price of properties is significantly lower. So you can get a lot more value for money, certainly on property prices. So it's a great cash flow option if you want to have a good rent coming in from your property investment without having to spend a huge amount sort of paying out on deposits and larger deposits you have to pay in the south. Now, a word of caution if you are buying in the north of the country, because first and foremost, maybe avoid some of the major cities. So Manchester and Liverpool, you will be seeing prices going a lot higher, because it is a trend where lots of investors are investing in those areas. So you've got to kind of look for pockets in and around a little bit more to find a good deal. And also bear in mind, of course, that although the purchase price may be a lot lower, the growth in the north is significantly lower than the price growth in the south. So if you are looking to increase equity significantly over maybe a 20-year period, bear in mind that the growth on a northern property in the north is going to be significantly lower than if you purchase a property in the south of the country. So do take that into consideration. I know that a lot of people talk about kind of gold mine areas and following certain trends. HS2 often creates a buzz with investors wanting to invest in areas where they believe HS2 is going to get to. Now, that's not a bad strategy, and you can look out for these trends, but again, a word of caution. A lot of the time when these things are sort of hitting things like news articles saying that this is a boom area all of a sudden, if you are to go in at that point, remember you may well actually be slightly behind the curve, so you might not be getting the really good deal that you thought you were, and it may well be that that actual area has already peaked by the time sort of news on that being the hot new area has actually reached the press. So just be a little bit careful with things like that. But other than that, go out and maybe have a little think about where you might want to invest, and I'll do another video shortly as well about the types of property that you might want to think about purchasing. And that's all from me for now. Bye everybody.